Hello friends. What if I told you your zodiac sign has a celebrity twin, not just someone who shares your birthday window, but your drive, your quirks, even your plot twists? Would you see yourself more clearly if you saw your sign in the spotlight? Today we're matching each zodiac sign with celebrities who embody your vibe. So which one mirrors you best, and why does it feel oddly accurate? Let's start at full speed. Aries. Do you ever leap first and read the manual later? That headfirst energy is classic Aries. Think Lady Gaga, born March 28. Reinvention on tap, fearless stagecraft, and the confidence to make a meat dress a moment. Who else turns audacity into art? And Robert Downey Jr., April 4. Comeback king, proof that grit plus fire can reforge a life. If you're the friend who volunteers before anyone asks, yeah, that's you blazing the trail. Aries energy is like the spark that lights the match, sudden, explosive, and impossible to ignore. People born under this sign are ruled by Mars, the planet of action, courage, and sometimes chaos. That's why you'll often notice Aries individuals stepping into leadership roles, not because they necessarily planned it, but because everyone else hesitated and they simply couldn't stand the silence. They thrive on momentum. If there's a locked door, they'll kick it down. If there's a challenge no one else wants, they'll be the first to try. Lady Gaga embodies this archetype flawlessly. She didn't just enter the music scene, she detonated into it, pushing boundaries not only with her sound but with her appearance, her stagecraft, her very definition of fame. Who else could make a meat dress iconic instead of absurd? That's Aries daring, turning shock into art, risk into a revolution. Robert Downey Jr. is the other side of Aries energy, resilience and rebirth. Aries rarely stay down for long. Yes, they may crash hard when life hits, but the Aries gift is their ability to rebuild faster than anyone expects. Downey's career proves this, spiraling in his younger years but roaring back to become Iron Man, a global icon, and a symbol of redemption. Aries doesn't hide scars, they turn them into armor. But being Aries isn't all about stunts and spotlight. Their impulsive bravery often makes them the friend who jumps in to defend someone being picked on, the sibling who takes the blame to shield others, or the coworker who speaks the uncomfortable truth in a meeting because nobody else will. It's not that they don't feel fear, it's that they don't let fear dictate their choices. At times, Aries can burn too hot, impatient, restless, or quick to argue. They want results now, and waiting feels like suffocation. Yet this same fire makes them innovators. They are pioneers who dare to say, what if we tried this, and then actually make it happen. Think of explorers, inventors, and yes, artists like Gaga. If the path doesn't exist, Aries will carve it with their own two hands. So if you're Aries, you're not just another star in the zodiac. You're the ignition point, the adrenaline rush, the proof that sometimes the bravest thing isn't knowing the outcome but daring to take the first step anyway. Gaga's audacity, Downey's resilience, that's you in the spotlight, a blend of reinvention and firepower, a reminder that the world needs trailblazers who act first and figure it out later. Prefer consistency to chaos? Welcome to Taurus. Are you the rock everyone leans on, and also the one who knows the best restaurant in a 5-mile radius? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson May 2 is textbook Taurus, disciplined, dependable, and steady enough to carry a franchise, or 3. Adele May 5 channels Taurus luxury and loyalty, rich velvet vocals, classic style, and a refusal to rush the craft. When comfort meets excellence, a Taurus is behind it. Taurus energy is like rich soil, steady, nourishing, and built for growth. These individuals are ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, love, and pleasure, which explains their strong connection to comfort, aesthetics, and the good things in life. But don't mistake Taurus for laziness. Underneath their love for cozy blankets, gourmet meals, and perfectly curated playlists is an unmatched drive for stability and accomplishment. They are earth signs, which means their strength is slow and steady progress, the kind that looks effortless but is built on unshakable discipline. Look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Taurus through and through. His very presence exudes reliability, strength, and persistence. He didn't rise to superstardom overnight. It took years of training, resilience, and self-discipline to transform from a football player to a wrestling icon to one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. That's the Taurus playbook, slow, deliberate building of an empire. They don't rush, they trust the process brick by brick. And when they arrive, they stay. Taurus is the mountain no storm can move. Then there's Adele, another Taurus masterpiece. Her voice is not just powerful, it's comforting, rich, and timeless. Her music carries the essence of Taurus energy, deep emotion expressed with grace, never forced, never rushed. Notice how she disappears from the spotlight between albums. That's pure Taurus, retreating to recharge, crafting her art with care, then returning when it's ready, not before. Taurus doesn't chase trends, Taurus creates classics. What truly defines Taurus, however, is loyalty. When they love deeply, consistently, and often for life. They are the friend who shows up when you need help moving, the partner who remembers your favorite meal, the colleague who makes the workspace feel stable. But they're not pushovers, they know their worth. Once betrayed, a Taurus can shut the door and never look back, because stability is sacred to them. Their relationship with pleasure also makes them curators of beauty. A Taurus home is likely filled with cozy textures, inviting scents, maybe a touch of luxury, even if it's just the best coffee mug in the world. They have an eye for quality and can spot what feels authentic versus what feels cheap. That's why so many Taurus individuals end up excelling in music, art, design, or anything that blends beauty with form. Yes, Taurus can be stubborn. Change feels like pulling teeth, and once their mind is made up, good luck convincing them otherwise. But this stubbornness is also their superpower. It's determination disguised as resistance. While others give up, Taurus stays the course. Their persistence is exactly why they succeed in the long run. So if you're Taurus, you're the reliable heartbeat in a chaotic world. You ground those around you, offering both comfort and strength. Like the rock, you carry more than your share but never complain. Like Adele, you remind us that true artistry and true love aren't rushed. They're nurtured, protected, and delivered in their time. When comfort meets excellence, that's not just a Taurus trait, it's a Taurus legacy. Do you contain multitudes? Gemini, come on in. Ever find yourself switching gears mid-convo because curiosity just hijacked the wheel? Tom Holland June 1st is that agile, playful Gemini mind, acrobatic on screen and off. Angelina Jolie June 4th shows Gemini range, actor, director, humanitarian. Why pick one path when you can walk 6? If your group chat is 30% questions and 70% you answering your own questions, welcome to the twins. Gemini is the sign of the twins, the zodiac's master of duality, ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, intellect, and adaptability. This means Gemini energy is like quicksilver. Fast, witty, endlessly curious, and always moving from one idea to the next. Imagine sitting across from a Gemini at a cafe. They'll start talking about a new movie, pivot to a philosophical question about existence, and then ask you if you've ever tried adding cinnamon to your latte, all before you've even taken your second sip. That's their nature, restless, engaged, vibrant. Tom Holland is a perfect reflection of Gemini agility. On screen, he swings between being an ordinary boy next door and the heroic Spider-Man in a way that feels natural, seamless, believable. Off screen, he's playful, quick on his feet, and famously chatty, exactly what you'd expect from a Mercury-ruled soul. He represents Gemini's lighthearted, youthful side, the ability to laugh easily, connect effortlessly, and remind everyone not to take life too seriously. Then we have Angelina Jolie, who represents the deeper side of Gemini energy. She is multifaceted to the core. She's not just an award-winning actress but also a director, humanitarian, and advocate for global causes. Gemini is about range, and Jolie shows how this air sign doesn't want to live one life. They want to live many, often all at once. Why settle for one lane when your curiosity demands you explore every road? Jolie embodies the Gemini paradox, glamorous and mysterious, yet outspoken and deeply engaged with the world's toughest humanitarian issues. For Geminis themselves, life is rarely about choosing just one identity. They can reinvent themselves, pick up new skills in record time, and adapt to almost any environment. That's why Geminis often thrive in careers that demand versatility: acting, journalism, public speaking, teaching, or any path that requires constant learning. If you're a Gemini, you've probably been accused of changing your mind too often, but really, you're just following the flow of curiosity, and that is your superpower. Yes, sometimes Geminis get flack for being two-faced or indecisive, but in reality, it's not dishonesty, it's perspective. They can see multiple sides of an issue at once, which makes them incredibly empathetic, open-minded, and able to adapt to new truths as they emerge. In a world that changes constantly, Gemini isn't fickle, they're flexible. They're also natural connectors, that friend who introduces you to 10 new people in one night. Gemini, the person who can sit down with strangers and leave the table laughing like old friends. Gemini again, they thrive on words, ideas, and conversations, and their friendships often feel like an endless dialogue that never loses steam. So if you're Gemini, embrace your multitudes. You are not meant to fit into one box. You are the person who builds new ones, breaks old ones, and then turns them into conversation starters. Like Tom Holland, you're light on your feet, playful and alive in the moment. Like Angelina Jolie, you're capable of vast depth, transformation, and influence across multiple domains. Gemini energy is proof that life isn't about staying still, it's about staying curious. Feel things deeply, yet protect your shell? Cancer, you're up. Do you nurture the people you love like it's your full-time job? Tom Hanks' July 9th brings that comforting, trusted Cancer presence to every role, America's cinematic hug. Selena Gomez July 22nd channels soft strength, compassion, candor, and resilience. When intuition says, call them, you're already dialing, that's Cancer care in action. Cancer is the Zodiac's nurturer, ruled by the moon, the celestial body that controls tides, emotions, and intuition. This means people born under Cancer often feel like walking oceans, calm one moment, stormy the next, but always profoundly deep. They are sensitive, protective, and tuned into emotions in a way that can seem almost psychic. If a Cancer loves you, you'll know it, because their care is as steady as the moon's pull on the waves. Tom Hanks is the ultimate Cancer archetype. Every role he takes on, whether it's the brave captain, the stranded castaway, or even the voice of Woody in Toy Story, carries that sense of reassurance, trust, and quiet strength. Hanks embodies Cancer's gift, the ability to make people feel safe, understood, and loved. He's America's cinematic hug, yes, but also a reminder that kindness and gentleness can be more powerful than any act of aggression. Selena Gomez brings another layer of Cancer energy, compassion mixed with resilience. Cancers may appear soft on the outside, but their inner strength is formidable. Selena has been candid about her struggles, from health challenges to public scrutiny, and yet she continues to use her platform to spread empathy and raise awareness. That's the Cancer paradox: gentle yet unbreakable, emotional yet incredibly strong. Cancer energy is about protection. Think of the crab. Soft inside, hard shell outside. This is why Cancers are often cautious when it comes to trust. They will guard their hearts until they know you're safe, but once you're in, you have their loyalty for life. They're the friend who checks in without being asked, the sibling who remembers every detail about you, the partner who makes sure you eat, rest, and feel loved. Their care is not performative, it's instinctual. At times, Cancer can be accused of being too emotional or too sensitive, but sensitivity is not a weakness, it's their compass. Their emotions guide them toward truth, authenticity, and connection. A Cancer's intuition is legendary. They can walk into a room and instantly read the energy. When they say, "I have a bad feeling about this," it's usually wise to listen. They're also deeply creative. Many Cancers channel their emotions into music, art, writing, or performance, turning vulnerability into masterpieces. Their work often resonates on a soul-deep level, because it comes from a place of raw honesty. If you're Cancer, your gift is your ability to make people feel safe in a world that often feels unsafe. You may not always show your feelings openly, but your actions speak volumes. The warm meal, the comforting words, the protective instinct that makes others breathe easier in your presence. Like Tom Hanks, you radiate trust and compassion. Like Selena Gomez, you prove that softness and strength are not opposites, they're two sides of the same shell. When intuition whispers to you, you listen. When people you love need you, you show up. And when the world feels overwhelming, you remind us all of the power of care. Cancer energy is proof that empathy can be the strongest armor of all. Spotlight calling your name? Leo, of course it is. Do you walk into a room and the room recalibrates? Jennifer Lopez, July 24th, is pure Leo. Stage command, stamina, and shine you can see from space. Chris Hemsworth, August 11th, pairs Leo glow with generosity, strong, loyal, protective. If your casual birthday party looks suspiciously like an awards show, you already know. Leo energy is ruled by the sun itself, and what is the sun if not the center of our entire solar system? That's exactly how Leo moves through life, radiating warmth, confidence, and charisma that draws people in like planets to gravity. When a Leo enters a room, it's not subtle. People glance, conversations pause for a beat, and even if no one says it out loud, everyone feels it. The atmosphere just shifted. Leos carry presence. They don't need to ask for attention, it finds them. Jennifer Lopez is a shining embodiment of this Leo magnetism. Her career is proof that Leo's stamina is built for the long haul. From dancer to pop icon to actress to business mogul, J.Lo demonstrates that Leos don't just aim for success, they aim for legacy. Watch her on stage, she doesn't just perform, she commands. Every movement, every note, every costume screams not only talent but intention. She was born for the spotlight and she knows it. That's Leo at its core, self-assured without apology. Chris Hemsworth shows the other side of Leo energy, strength mixed with generosity. Yes, he's dazzling as Thor, the superhero bathed in golden light, but his Leo essence isn't just about appearance, it's about loyalty. Leos are fiercely protective of the people they love. They want to be admired, sure, but they also want to be trusted, relied upon, and respected as leaders. Hemsworth represents the Leo who isn't just about the shine but about using that shine to light up the people around him. Leos often throw celebrations that look suspiciously like events, whether it's a birthday, an anniversary, or even just a random weekend gathering. For them, life is meant to be celebrated out loud. That doesn't mean they're shallow. It means they believe in creating memories that feel grand, cinematic, and unforgettable. They want their people to feel special because when a Leo loves you, they want you in their glow too. Of course, with great light comes great shadow. Leos can sometimes be accused of vanity, arrogance, or needing too much validation. But here's the truth. Leos don't crave attention just for ego. They crave recognition because deep down, they want to inspire. They want their fire to ignite something in you, too. When their pride is healthy, they're some of the most generous, uplifting, and encouraging people you'll ever meet. They'll hype you up, defend you fiercely, and cheer for your wins as loudly as their own. If you're Leo, you're not simply the star of the show, you are the show, the director, the lighting crew, and the applause rolled into one. Your power is in your ability to shine so brightly that others remember it's okay to shine too. Like Jennifer Lopez, you know what it means to reinvent yourself while staying true to your core. Like Chris Hemsworth, you remind us that true strength isn't only about muscle or looks. It's about loyalty, love, and generosity. That's Leo energy. Radiant, protective, unforgettable. Love a checklist and a clean arc? Virgo, step forward. Do you quietly fix everything and then say, it was nothing? Beyoncé, September 4th, manifests Virgo mastery, detail, discipline, and design-level planning. Zendaya, September 1st, refines every move, considered, elegant, precise. If you've ever said, let me just tweak one thing, and then rebuilt the entire system overnight, Virgo excellence is showing. Virgo energy is ruled by Mercury, like Gemini, but while Gemini spreads ideas outward, Virgo brings them inward, analyzing, refining, and perfecting until excellence becomes second nature. Virgo is the zodiac's master craftsperson, the editor who polishes every word, the strategist who finds flaws in a plan before anyone else even notices. Their gift is not just detail, it's devotion to improvement. Beyoncé is the ultimate Virgo example. Watch her rehearsals, her documentaries, or her performances, and you'll see Virgo mastery on full display. She plans down to the tiniest detail, from lighting to choreography to costume stitching. And yet, all that discipline is wrapped in effortless magic when she steps on stage. That's the Virgo paradox, working harder than anyone else but making it look completely natural. Virgo doesn't seek praise for the grind, they seek satisfaction in knowing it was done right. Zendaya represents Virgo elegance in motion. She chooses roles with intention, speaks with clarity, and shows a quiet but powerful precision in everything she does. Her red carpet appearances? Not accidents. Each one is carefully considered to make a statement without waste. Virgos are masters of restraint, choosing quality over quantity, timelessness over trend. Zendaya embodies the Virgo art of subtle yet powerful influence. Virgos are the ones who notice when something is off, whether it's a crooked picture frame, a misplaced word, or a system that doesn't run efficiently. While others shrug, Virgos roll up their sleeves and fix it. And when it's done, they downplay it. Oh, it was nothing. But in truth, it wasn't nothing, it was everything. Virgos are the quiet heroes who keep the machine running, often without recognition. Yes, they can be perfectionists, and yes, they can drive themselves and others a little crazy with their high standards. But their perfectionism comes from care. They want things to be the best because they believe it matters. Virgos don't cut corners, they build foundations. Their greatest strength is their ability to merge practicality with artistry, logic with intuition, discipline with devotion. If you're Virgo, your power is your precision. You're not just a fixer, you're an architect of improvement. Like Beyoncé, you remind us that excellence doesn't happen by accident. It happens through discipline, planning, and heart. Like Zendaya, you show us that subtlety can be stronger than noise, that refinement can speak louder than chaos. Virgo energy is the quiet force that transforms the world piece by piece, detail by detail, until perfection feels like grace itself. Craving harmony and great lighting? Libra, that's your cue. Do you read a room in 3 seconds and charm it in 5? Bruno Mars October 8 channels Libra balance, smooth, stylish, and effortlessly social. Will Smith September 25 mirrors the Libra knack for charisma and connection. If you're the diplomat who brings the playlist, the snacks, and the peace treaty, you already know the life of the party assignment. Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and aesthetics, which explains why they crave balance, charm, and a touch of elegance in every setting. Libra energy is like a perfectly tuned symphony, harmonious, captivating, and impossible to ignore once it starts playing. They are the diplomats of the Zodiac, always striving for fairness, connection, and beauty in both relationships and environments. Walk into a Libra's home and you'll notice everything just feels right. The lighting is flattering, the decor is tasteful, and the vibe makes you want to stay a little longer. That's Libra magic, creating spaces where everyone feels welcome. Bruno Mars embodies this Libra smoothness to perfection. His performances are effortless, stylish, and deeply charismatic. Watch him on stage, and you'll see how he captivates audiences not with shock or force, but with rhythm, harmony, and charm. His style blends old-school elegance with modern flair, classic Libra balance. He doesn't just sing a song, he turns it into an atmosphere, a shared joy that makes everyone in the room feel like they're part of the same moment. That's what Libras do best: unite people through beauty and connection. Will Smith shows the Libra gift for social navigation. His charisma is undeniable, his humor disarming, his energy magnetic. Libras have this uncanny ability to walk into a room full of strangers and walk out with a room full of friends. Will Smith reflects that perfectly. His career spans comedy, drama, music, and action, yet what ties it all together is his charm, his ability to connect with audiences across generations and backgrounds. That's Libra energy, universal appeal rooted in genuine connection. Libras are natural diplomats. They hate conflict and will often go out of their way to keep the peace. That friend who diffuses an argument with a perfectly timed joke, or the one who somehow convinces two stubborn people to finally compromise. That's Libra at work. They read energy quickly and know exactly how to respond to keep harmony intact. But make no mistake, they're not doormats. While they value balance, they also value justice. If something feels unfair, a Libra will call it out, often with such elegance and grace that no one even feels attacked. Of course, Libras have their challenges. Their desire to please everyone can sometimes leave them indecisive, caught between options because they want to make the right choice for everyone involved. They may avoid confrontation to the point of bottling up frustrations. But at their best, Libras use this sensitivity as a strength, seeing situations from multiple perspectives and finding solutions that honor everyone. If you're a Libra, your superpower is your ability to make life not just livable, but beautiful. You're the friend who remembers to dim the lights, curate the playlist, and bring everyone together. Like Bruno Mars, you transform simple moments into soulful experiences. Like Will Smith, you use charisma and charm to connect across divides. You are proof that balance and harmony aren't boring, they're magnetic, irresistible, and utterly necessary in a chaotic world. Intensity your middle name? Hello, Scorpio. Do people tell you their secrets and then wonder how you got them to open up? Leonardo DiCaprio November 11th taps deep waters, transformative roles, private life, total focus. Katy Perry October 25th channels metamorphosis, Aries, reinventions, a phoenix vibe. If you love like a mystery novel and work like a detective, Scorpio power is in the room. Scorpio energy is ruled by Pluto and Mars, making it the sign of transformation, intensity, and passion. Scorpios don't just live life, they dive into it headfirst, exploring the depths of emotion, psychology, and desire. They are magnetic in ways that are difficult to explain. People are drawn to their presence, often confiding in them secrets they've never shared with anyone else. Scorpio energy is private, mysterious, and deeply focused, but also incredibly transformative. When you encounter a Scorpio, you don't walk away the same. Leonardo DiCaprio captures this Scorpio intensity through his acting. He doesn't just play roles, he inhabits them, sinking so deeply into character that audiences forget they're watching an actor. From The Revenant to The Wolf of Wall Street, his work carries the transformative weight of Scorpio energy, fearless, raw, and unforgettable. Beyond the screen, he's notoriously private, guarding his personal life from the spotlight, another Scorpio hallmark. They reveal what they choose, when they choose, and never by accident. Katy Perry reflects the other side of Scorpio, metamorphosis and rebirth. Scorpios are the phoenixes of the Zodiac, constantly reinventing themselves. Think of Perry's career, colorful pop beginnings, bold costumes, and playful energy, followed by darker, edgier eras, then softer, more reflective moments. Each reinvention feels like a shedding of skin, a transformation into something new. That's Scorpio, not afraid to burn it all down and start again stronger than before. Scorpios are also natural detectives. They see beneath the surface, picking up on what's left unsaid, reading between the lines, and uncovering truths others overlook. This makes them incredibly intuitive, even psychic at times. If a Scorpio asks you a question, chances are they already know the answer, they're just watching how you'll respond. In relationships, Scorpio energy is intense, loyal, and all-consuming. They don't do anything halfway, especially love. If a Scorpio lets you into their heart, you can expect devotion, depth, and passion. But betrayal? That's the one line you don't want to cross. Scorpios can forgive, but forgetting is another matter. Once their trust is broken, the sting of their absence is felt deeply. Their intensity can be overwhelming at times, both for themselves and others. They feel emotions at full volume, which can make them prone to extremes. But this same depth makes them capable of profound transformation, both in their own lives and in the lives of those they touch. Scorpios often act as catalysts, pushing people toward growth, even if it means walking through fire first. If you're Scorpio, your power lies in your depth. You're not afraid to face darkness, to confront truth, and to transform yourself and others in the process. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, you channel intensity into mastery, reminding us of the power of focus and transformation. Like Katy Perry, you show us that reinvention isn't weakness, it's strength, the art of becoming new again and again. Scorpio energy is the storm, the fire, the phoenix rising, proof that intensity isn't something to fear, but something to embrace. Feet itchy for the next adventure? Sagittarius, saddle up. Do you chase horizons and truths in the same breath? Taylor Swift December 13th is peak Sag, storyteller, risk-taker, and strategist of reinvention by road trip. Brad Pitt December 18th brings that restless curiosity, genre-hopping, boundary-pushing. If your compass reads, bigger, wider, truer, you're shooting arrows at the next big thing. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, growth, and philosophy, which makes this fire sign the eternal seeker of the zodiac. They crave adventure, not just in the literal sense of traveling to faraway lands, but also in their search for wisdom, meaning, and freedom. Life for a Sagittarius isn't about staying put. It's about testing limits, pushing boundaries, and asking the kind of questions that keep everyone else awake at night. What else is out there? What more can I learn? How far can I go? This is the Sag spirit, restless, bold, and insatiably curious. Taylor Swift embodies this Sagittarian archetype through storytelling and reinvention. She doesn't just write songs. She crafts epic sagas that unfold like road trips through emotion, memory, and reinvention. Each album is an adventure in itself. From country roots to pop anthems to indie folk and beyond, she reinvents her musical identity with the same boldness that Sagittarius brings to every new horizon. For Taylor, life is not static. It's a constant journey of exploring new soundscapes, new truths, new versions of herself. That's Sag energy in action. The courage to leap into the unknown, trusting the journey to shape the destination. Brad Pitt represents the other side of Sagittarius, genre-hopping, boundary-pushing curiosity. His career has spanned decades and refused to be pigeonholed. From gritty dramas to blockbuster action films to quirky indie projects, Pitt moves with Sagittarian hunger for variety. And beyond acting, his ventures into producing and humanitarian efforts reflect that Sagittarian urge to expand influence and explore new domains. He's not content to stick to one lane, and why should he be? Sagittarius was born to explore many. Sagittarius individuals thrive on movement, whether it's a literal backpacking trip across continents or a philosophical quest through books, debates, and self-discovery. They're the friend who suggests last-minute road trips, the coworker who signs up for a course just because it sounded interesting, the person who can't sit still because the world is too big and time feels too short. And when they talk, they inspire others to dream bigger, think wider, and step outside of their comfort zones. Of course, Sagittarius energy can sometimes come across as restless or even reckless. They're not always the most grounded, and commitment can feel suffocating to them. But their honesty and enthusiasm are unmatched. When a Sag tells you they believe in you, it's not flattery, it's conviction. When they share their dreams, they're not limiting themselves to the probable, they're envisioning the possible. If you're Sagittarius, you are the cosmic adventurer, the storyteller, the truth seeker. Like Taylor Swift, you use your journey to inspire and invite others into new worlds. Like Brad Pitt, you refuse to stay boxed in, constantly redefining what's possible. Your compass doesn't just point north, it points to every horizon, reminding you that life is too vast to settle for smallness. You are here to chase bigger, wider, truer. Built for climb after climb? Capricorn, we see you. Do you set goals with time stamps and then casually build a mountain? LeBron James December 30th as Capricorn grit to the core, longevity, leadership, legacy. Dolly Parton January 19th blends work ethic with warmth, entrepreneur, songwriter, philanthropist. If your spreadsheets have dreams and your dreams have spreadsheets, you're speaking fluent Cap. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of structure, discipline, and responsibility, which makes them the builders of the zodiac, the architects of legacy. Where other signs crave speed or adventure, Capricorn is steady, strategic, and relentless in the pursuit of their goals. Their symbol is the mountain goat, and nothing captures Capricorn energy better. Determined, focused, and willing to climb no matter how steep or how long it takes. Capricorns are not afraid of the grind, they thrive in it. For them, success isn't about luck, it's about perseverance, patience, and planning. LeBron James is a living example of Capricorn grit. His career is defined not just by raw talent, but by discipline, longevity, and an unshakable commitment to excellence. From rigorous training regimens to strategic career moves, LeBron embodies the Capricorn approach: success is earned, not handed over. He is more than an athlete, he is a leader, a strategist, and a symbol of legacy building, both on and off the court. This is Capricorn energy, working quietly, steadily, and persistently until the results are undeniable. Dolly Parton, another Capricorn icon, shows the blend of work ethic and warmth that defines this earth sign. She is not only a legendary songwriter and performer but also a savvy entrepreneur and philanthropist. From building her own brand to funding literacy programs for children, Dolly proves that Capricorn ambition doesn't exclude compassion. It enhances it. Capricorns understand that success is not just about personal gain, it's about creating something lasting, something that benefits others. Capricorns are planners. They set goals with time stamps, break them down into steps, and chip away until they're achieved. They may not be the loudest in the room, but they're often the most consistent. While others give up when the climb gets too hard, Capricorn keeps going. They understand that time is an ally, not an enemy, and that persistence outlasts raw talent almost every time. Of course, Capricorn energy can sometimes feel heavy. The weight of responsibility they carry, whether self-imposed or external, can make them seem overly serious or cautious. But beneath that stoic exterior is often a wry sense of humor, a surprising playfulness that emerges when they finally feel safe to let it out. They're not joyless, they just don't let joy distract them from the bigger picture. If you're Capricorn, you are the builder, the strategist, the mountain climber. Like LeBron James, you remind us that greatness is sustained by discipline and dedication. Like Dolly Parton, you show us that ambition paired with generosity creates true legacy. You are proof that success isn't just about reaching the top of the mountain, it's about building a path others can climb after you. Capricorn energy is resilience, responsibility, and reward earned the hard way, but cherished all the more because of it. Inventive, a little unpredictable, a lot original. Aquarius, step into the future. Do you zig when the world expects a zag? Harry Styles February 1st bends norms with charm, turning fashion into a conversation. Shakira February 2nd fuses cultures, causes, and creativity. Aquarius humanitarian heart meets visionary mind. If your group ideas start with, "Hear me out," and end with, "Okay, that actually could work," you're right on brand. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn in classical astrology and by Uranus in modern astrology, which already tells you something about their dual nature: one foot in structure, one foot in rebellion. This is the sign of innovators, visionaries, rebels, and humanitarians. They are the ones who see a future no one else has imagined yet and say, "Why not?" Aquarius energy is electric, quirky, cerebral, forward-thinking, and it thrives on originality. They don't just want to fit in fact, they'd rather stand out, even if it makes people raise eyebrows. For Aquarius, being true to their vision matters more than following the crowd. Harry Styles is a perfect embodiment of Aquarian unpredictability and originality. His style has sparked countless conversations, not because he wants to shock for the sake of shock, but because he wants to dissolve boundaries. Suits with pearls, dresses with confidence, and a presence that says, "Fashion doesn't need labels, and neither do people." That's Aquarius energy, turning expectations inside out, not just for rebellion's sake, but to broaden the conversation, to create space for more freedom, more inclusivity. Every time Styles bends a norm, it's like watching Aquarius do what it does best: push the cultural dialogue forward. Shakira reflects the humanitarian, creative side of Aquarius. She's not only a global superstar blending cultures, rhythms, and styles into music that feels universal, but also a philanthropist and advocate who uses her influence to uplift others. Aquarius energy is deeply tied to collective progress. It's the sign that asks, how can I use my gifts to help humanity? Shakira embodies this beautifully, showing how art and activism can walk hand in hand. Aquarius is the one who thinks about the bigger picture, the collective good, the ripple effect of every action. Aquarians are the people in a brainstorming session who begin sentences with, "Hear me out," and end with ideas that sounded crazy at first but turn out to be brilliant. They're the inventors, the out-of-the-box thinkers, the ones who see potential in things everyone else dismisses. They can be eccentric, yes, and sometimes even aloof, because their minds are often 10 steps ahead. But their originality is their superpower. Without Aquarius energy, the world would stagnate. With it, we leap forward into new ways of living and thinking. At times, Aquarians can come across as detached. They care deeply about humanity but sometimes struggle with one-on-one emotional intensity. That doesn't mean they're cold. It means they're wired to think in terms of systems, communities, and movements rather than individual dramas. But when they choose to connect deeply with someone, their loyalty is profound, rooted in shared vision and mutual respect. If you're Aquarius, you are the rebel visionary. You are here to shake up the status quo, to imagine futures others can't see, and to bring originality into every corner of life. Like Harry Styles, you redefine what's possible just by being yourself. Like Shakira, you fuse creativity with cause, reminding us that art and humanity are inseparable. Aquarius energy is the spark of innovation, the courage to be different, and the reminder that the future belongs to those willing to dream it first. Last but never least, Pisces, the dream-soaked compass. Do melodies find you in the shower and moods find you in the moonlight? Rihanna February 20th is Piscean flow, genre fluid, intuitive, and empire-minded with oceanic cool. Justin Bieber March 1st rides emotion into sound, evolving in public with empathy. If you feel everything and turn it into art or comfort, Pisces magic is doing what it does. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams, spirituality, and illusion, and symbolized by two fish swimming in opposite directions. This duality captures Pisces perfectly. They exist between worlds, half in reality, half in a dreamscape. Pisces energy is fluid, intuitive, creative, and deeply empathetic. They are the poets of the Zodiac, translating emotions into music, art, stories, and gestures of compassion. To be Pisces is to feel everything, not just your own emotions, but often the emotions of those around you. Rihanna exemplifies Piscean flow with her ability to move seamlessly between genres, styles, and even industries. She doesn't confine herself to one sound or one lane. She's fluid, adaptive, and endlessly creative. From R&B to pop to dance hall to fashion and beauty, she has built an empire while maintaining that cool, intuitive mystique that Pisces is famous for. She's never rushed, never forced. Pisces operates like water. It flows where it's meant to go, carving its own path. Rihanna's career shows how Pisces can dream big, trust their instincts, and create something that feels both ethereal and iconic. Justin Bieber represents another side of Pisces, vulnerability and evolution in public. Pisces often live with open hearts, and that can mean growing up visibly, flaws and all. Bieber has been candid about struggles, faith, and emotions, and through it all, his music channels raw feeling. That's Pisces at their core, turning sensitivity into sound, pain into art, emotion into something that connects. They may stumble, they may retreat, but they always return with new depth, new empathy, new creativity. Pisces are natural dreamers, often with rich inner lives. They may find inspiration in dreams, music, or even subtle moods around them. They absorb energy like sponges, which can be both a gift and a challenge. This sensitivity makes them deeply compassionate, able to comfort and heal, but also means they need boundaries to protect themselves. Without balance, Pisces can feel overwhelmed by the weight of the world. Yet when they channel that depth into creation, the results are pure magic. Pisces are also intuitive, sometimes bordering on psychic. They can sense things before they're spoken, pick up on subtle shifts in tone, and connect dots others miss. This makes them incredible artists, healers, and visionaries. They're not always logical, but they're profoundly wise in ways that can't be explained with logic alone. If you're Pisces, your gift is your ability to transform emotion into beauty, chaos into comfort, dreams into reality. Like Rihanna, you show that flow, intuition, and creativity can build empires. Like Justin Bieber, you prove that vulnerability is not weakness but strength, a bridge that connects hearts. Pisces energy is the ocean itself, mysterious, vast, ever-changing, and endlessly inspiring. You are the dream-soaked compass that points not just to where we are, but to where we could be if we dared to feel deeply and imagine boldly. So which celebrity mirrors your sign's best self? Is it their work ethic, their glow, their quiet care, or their wild curiosity that feels like you? And if you didn't see yourself in the first pick, what about the second? Does that one click into place? Think about it for a moment. When you watch your favorite celebrity on stage, on screen, or even in interviews, do you ever catch a glimpse of yourself in the way they carry their confidence, their struggles, or their way of speaking truth? Maybe it's not just about star power. It's about star signs quietly weaving parallels between your life and theirs. Your work ethic could echo LeBron James's relentless Capricorn grind. Your creative reinventions might feel like Taylor Swift's Sagittarian storytelling, or maybe your quiet care runs on the same wavelength as Selena Gomez's gentle Cancerian strength. Celebrities aren't just names on a marquee. They're mirrors, reflecting fragments of the Zodiac's 12 archetypes in their most amplified, dazzling form. But here's where it gets more fascinating. What if you didn't see yourself in the first example I gave? That's where the second comes in. The balance, the contrast, the other side of your sign's essence. Because every zodiac sign is not one-dimensional. Aries isn't only fiery, sometimes it's resilient. Taurus isn't only grounded, it can also be luxurious and indulgent. Gemini isn't only talkative, it's also deeply curious, agile, and endlessly adaptive. That's why I paired each sign with two celebrities, to remind you that your sign, like yourself, contains multitudes. If Lady Gaga doesn't feel like your Aries self, maybe Robert Downey Jr. does. If Beyoncé's Virgo precision doesn't resonate, perhaps Zendaya's graceful refinement clicks instantly. Astrology isn't about forcing yourself into a mold, it's about noticing patterns, energies, and reflections. The same sign can show up differently in two people because your birth chart is layered, your sun sign is only the headline. And that brings us to the twist. If your sun sign didn't fit perfectly, peek at your rising or moon. Sometimes, the celebrity match that feels most like you isn't in your sun sign at all. It could be your rising sign, the way the world sees you, the first impression you give off. Or it could be your moon, the hidden emotional core, the place where your private self lives. Have you ever wondered why you relate more to a celebrity's quiet vulnerability rather than their public persona? That's often your moon talking. Or why you resonate with their confidence the moment they walk on stage. That's rising energy shining through. This is why astrology feels like storytelling written in constellations. It's not rigid, it's alive. The zodiac gives you 12 archetypes, but your chart weaves them together into something that is distinctly you. And sometimes, finding your celebrity mirror isn't about the most obvious trait, it's about the subtler ones. The way a Pisces like Rihanna flows between careers effortlessly, reminding you that you too can shapeshift. The way a Leo like Jennifer Lopez turns every room into a stage, sparking the reminder that your glow doesn't have to be hidden. The way a Scorpio like Leonardo DiCaprio throws himself completely into a role, reflecting how you too lose yourself in the passions that matter most. So tell me, did I nail it? Who's your astro twin, and what trait do you share that nobody else notices? Is it the way you quietly nurture like Tom Hanks's Cancerian warmth? Or the way you break boundaries like Harry Styles' Aquarian originality? Maybe it's something softer, subtler, like Zendaya's Virgone grace under pressure, or Brad Pitt's Sagittarian curiosity that keeps him moving from genre to genre, never satisfied with staying in one place. Astrology invites you to see yourself in stars, not just the ones above, but the ones in the spotlight. Your sign's best self is not about perfection. It's about potential, and maybe your celebrity twin is the mirror reminding you what's already inside you, waiting to be lived fully. If this helped you see your sign in a new light, tap like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. Drop your sign and your celebrity match in the comments. I'm reading them all, and check the description for playlists and socials. See you in the stars and on your For You page.